Okay, in last lecture I told about schedule and then type of schedules. After that, serializability, and then conflicting instructions and non-conflicting instructions. So quick recap of those topics. As you all know, schedule means sequence of instructions of concurrent transactions. And there are two types of schedules, serial schedule and non-serial schedule. If interleaving of execution is allowed, then that schedule is called non-serial schedule. If context switching or interleaving of execution is not allowed, then that is called serial schedule. After that comes serializability. If any schedule, non-serial schedule, is equivalent to a serial schedule which gives same result which is produced by non-serial schedule, then we say that non-serial schedule is serializable. And serializability guarantees that database will remain in consistent state. And serializability ensures the isolation property. Okay. There are two types of serializability: conflict serializability and view serializability. Before going to topic conflict serializability, I hope you all understood the conflicting instructions and non-conflicting instructions. Conflicting instructions: if II and IJ instructions which belongs to TI and TJ transactions, and if both perform II and IJ instructions on different data item, then there is no confliction. If II and IJ perform read operations on same data item, then also there is no confliction. But if II and IJ instructions perform on a same data item and one of them is write operation, then there occurs confliction. Means if both transactions perform read operations on same item, same data item, no confliction. If one perform read and another perform write on the same data, then confliction. If one perform write and another perform read on same data, then also occurs confliction. And if both performs write operations on the same data item, then also occurs confliction. Then what is the meaning of conflict serializability? If we have any non-serial schedule and after swapping the non-conflicting instructions, if we get any serial schedule and that serial schedule gives the same result as the result produced by non-serial schedule, then we will say that this non-serial schedule is conflict serializable. Conflict serializable, and this non-serial schedule always keep database in consistent state. Did you get it? What is the meaning of conflict serializable?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So see here, if a schedule S can be transformed into a schedule S dash by a series of swaps of non-conflicting instructions, we say that S and S dash are conflict equivalent. A schedule S is conflict serializable if it is conflict equivalent to a serial schedule. Okay, conflict equivalent, suppose we have two schedule, one is S and another is S dash. And here we have T1, T2. Then here we perform read A. Then we perform read B. Again we perform write A. And here we perform write B. And suppose in schedule S dash, now we swap. First we execute RB and then execute RA, then execute write B, and then can we swap these instructions? Hello, please let me know. Can we swap these instructions?
Yes, sir.
So after swapping, we get another non-serial schedule. S is a non-serial schedule and S dash is also non-serial schedule. So both are called conflict equivalent. S and S conflict equivalent. But after swapping the non-conflicting instructions, if we get a serial schedule, if we get serial schedule, now after swapping, we can find out a serial schedule. Then this is called serializable. This schedule is called conflict serializable. Why? Because this non-serial schedule is equivalent to a serial schedule and which gives the same result which is produced by non-serial schedule. Did you get it?
Yes.
What is the meaning of conflict equivalent and what is the meaning of conflict serializable? If after swapping we get another non-serial schedule, then both are called conflict equivalent. But after swapping non-conflicting instructions, if we get serial schedule without affecting the end result, then we will say that non-serial schedule is conflict serializable. Why? Because it is conflict equivalent to a serial schedule. So I hope that you understood the concept of conflict serializability, and conflict serializability also ensures the property of isolation, and if any non-serial schedule is conflict serializable, it means that your data will always in data of the database will remain in consistent state. Did you get it? Hello.
Yes, sir.
See here, there are two schedules, schedule number 3 and schedule number 6. And here operations read A, write A, then read A, write A, read B, write B, read B, write B. Then we can swap these instructions with these instructions. So in time scale, we can keep these instructions here, or we can execute these instructions before these instructions. Then after swapping all the non-conflicting instructions, we get a serial schedule. So schedule 3 can be transformed into schedule 6, a serial schedule where T2 follows T1. Order is first T1 will be executed, then T2 will be executed, or T2 follows T1. So this is the example of conflict serializable. Now we will say that schedule 3 is conflict serializable. So there is an algorithm to check whether the given non-serial schedule is conflict serializable or not. Why? Because as you all know, million of the transactions are executed simultaneously in this system. So manually, if you will swap and then find out any serial schedule and then check whether that serial schedule is giving same result as the result produced by non-serial schedule, it is very difficult. So there is an algorithm through which we can find out whether the given non-serial schedule is conflict serializable or not. So in this algorithm, we will draw a precedence graph or conflict graph or serializability graph in which each transaction is represented by node and directed graph represents the conflicting instructions. Did you get it? Hello. What will we do? First step is we draw a precedence graph in which each node is represented by each transaction is represented by vertex or node, and each directed graph represents the conflict instructions. If we get cycle in a precedence graph, then that non-serial schedule is not conflict serializable. If we get cycle in the graph, then that non-serial schedule is not conflict serializable. And if no cycle, then that non-serial schedule is conflict serializable schedule. Did you get it?
Yes.
Hello. Suppose we have three transactions T1, T2, T3. Then each transaction is represented by node T1, T2, T3. And if we draw this edge from T2 to T1, it indicates that T2 either performs read operation on same data item before T1 perform write operations, or T2 performs write operations before T2 perform read operations on data item Q. Our third one is T2 perform write operations on Q before T1 perform write operations on Q. So this graph will represent if T2 perform read Q before T1 perform write Q. As you all know, this is conflicting instructions. Or T2 perform write Q before T1 perform read Q. And third condition, T2 perform write Q before T1 perform write Q. So we will show only conflicting instructions with the help of directed edge. Did you get it? Hello. And during this process, if we get any cycle like this in the graph, then we will say that this is not conflict serializable. This schedule is not, this non-serial schedule is not conflict serializable. And if no cycle, then we will say that it is conflict serializable schedule. So I hope you all understood the algorithm. Now let us solve a problem. Suppose we have a schedule T1, T2, T3. And first T1 perform read operations on data item X. Then T2 perform read operations on data item Y. After that T3 perform read operations on data item Y. Then T2 perform write operations on data item Y. Then T1 performs write operations on data item X. After that, T3 perform write operations on data item X, and then T2 perform read operations on X and write operations on X. As you all know, this is non-serial schedule. Now let me know whether this is conflict serializable or not. So through algorithm, we will test whether this non-serial schedule, suppose name of this non-serial schedule is S1. Then let me know whether this non-serial schedule S1 is conflict serializable or not. So again, we will use that algorithm. First step, we represent each node, each transaction with the help of vertex. So how many nodes in this precedence graph? Millenni. Hello. Now I'm going to draw precedence graph. Then anyone can easily find out the number of the nodes. How many nodes in this graph? Since there are three transactions T1, T2, T3, so in this graph there are three nodes. Did you get it? Hello.
Yes, sir.
So first we draw the nodes T1, T2, T3. Now please listen to me carefully what I am saying. Now for edge, we will see from top to bottom. So first in transaction T1, we will see this read X instructions. Now, as you all know, we will not see within the transaction instructions. We will see across the transactions from top to down. So first we will see this. Now let me know whether these two are conflicting or non-conflicting. Hello.
Sir, non-conflicting.
Non-conflicting. Then we will not represent this through edge. Now, if we move from top to bottom, then we will see these instructions. Now let me know whether this is conflicting or non-conflicting.
Non-conflicting.
Non-conflicting. So we will not represent this. Then we will see this. What about this? Millenni, conflicting or non-conflicting?
Non-conflicting.
Non-conflicting. Then we will not see this. Why? Within the transactions we can't swap. Then we will see these instructions. Now let me know whether this is conflicting or non-conflicting.
Conflicting.
This is conflicting. Why? Because T1 performs read operations on same data item before T3 perform write operations on X. So we will draw edge from T1 to T2. Did you get it? Hello.
Yes, sir.
Now we will check these two instructions. This is non-conflicting. Why? Both are performing read operations on same data item. Then we will see this and this. So let me know about these two instructions. Whether these instructions conflicting. and we will draw edge from T1 to T2. So already we represent, then we will not repeat it. Did you get it?
T3 आएगी ना पहले वाली तो.
Hello, हाँ, you are right. Mileni is right. Why? Because confliction between T1 and T3. T1 is performing read operations on X and T3 is performing write operation X. Then we will draw edge from T1 to T3. And here, through these instructions, we draw the edge from T1 to T2. Okay. Then we will see in the second transaction this instructions with all these instructions. So here, first we get this no confliction, and again within the transaction we will not see, and then we will see this. Since both are accessing different data item, no chance of confliction. Then we will see this. Both are accessing different data item, no chance of confliction. Then we will see this instructions. Here see, is there confliction occurs? Mileni. Hello. Please let me know.
No sir.
Hello.
No sir.
Why no? T3 performs read operations on Y and T2 performs write operations on Y. So T3 perform read operations before T1 on same data item, and read write means confliction. Hello. These two are conflicting instructions. Did you?
Yes sir.
So we will draw edge from T3 to T1. Why? Before T2, T3 is performing read operations. So this represents the precedence. Means T3 is performing operations before T2. This edge represents this. Did you get it? Now we will see these instructions. This is non-conflicting. This is also non-conflicting. Then we will see these instructions. This is conflicting instructions. Why? Because T1 is performing write operations on same data item before T3. So there should be an edge from T1 to T3, and this is already exist, then there is no need to draw again. Did you get it? Now we will see this.
Yes sir.
Whether this is conflicting or non-conflicting.
Yes. Conflicting.
But edge is already present from T3 to T2. Then there is no need to represent again. Then what about this? Confliction and already present T3 to T2. Is there any cycle in this precedence graph?
No sir.
No cycle. Cycle means if we start edge from T1 then ends with T1. But here there is no cycle. Did you get it?
Yes sir.
So in this graph, no cycle. Then what indicates this?
Conflict serializability.
S1 is conflict serializable. If presence of cycle, then S1 is not conflict serializable. And if no cycle, then S1 is conflict serializable. Here we can say that this non-serial schedule S1 is conflict serializable schedule. Okay. Then in which order we get serial schedule? Which instructions, which transactions will be executed first? Through this diagram, we can find out the serial schedule. So what will be serial schedule? Please let me know which transactions we will execute first and which
T1,
transaction T1, then
T3, T2.
then T3, then T2. So see here T1 will be executed before T2 and T3 through this graph, and T3 is executed before T2, and after T1 then we will write T3 and T2. So this serial schedule we get. That's why I am saying that S1 is conflict serializable schedule. Now I hope that you all understood this algorithm, and this is very important algorithm, and numerical problem related to this concept have been asked in AKTU and GATE examination. Okay. Now let us solve second question. We can write schedule in this way also. Sometimes schedules is represented in tabular form and sometimes represented in this format. Now let me know whether this schedule is conflict serializable or not. So what is the meaning of this syntax? This subscript represents that T1 transactions perform read operations on data item X. This subscript represents T3 transactions perform read operations on X. W1 means T1 transactions perform write operations on X, and meaning of this is T2 transactions perform read operations on X, and meaning of this is T3 transactions perform read write operations on X. So suppose if we want to represent this schedule in tabular form, then we can easily convert this notation into tabular form notations. Here we will write read X. Then we will perform read X. Why? Because 3 represents the transaction number 3. And then we perform write of X in transaction T1. Then R2X means after that T2 transactions perform read operations on X, and then transaction 3 performs write operations on X. Did you get it? Hello?
Yes, sir.
So in paper, schedule sometimes given in this format. So you can easily convert this format into this format or this format into this format. Without converting this format into tabular form, you can direct draw the precedence graph. Now, please draw the precedence graph and let me know whether this schedule Suppose this schedule is S2 schedule and this is non-serial schedule. Why? Because interleaving of execution is allowed in this schedule. Then let me know whether S2 is conflict serializable or not. Please solve this question. How many nodes will be in the
3.
precedence graph? Very quick. 3. And then we will represent conflicting instructions with the help of edge. And if cycle present in the precedence graph, then schedule is not conflict serializable. And if no cycle, then schedule is conflict serializable. Did you get it?
Yes, sir.
To solve this question and let me know whether S2 is conflict serializable or not. Are you doing? Hello.
Yes, sir. Done.
How
Sir,
many cycles? How many
Sir, one.
cycles in this precedence graph?
Sir, one cycle आ गया.
Only one cycle. Draw the precedence graph for all the conflicting instructions. Here T1, T2, T3. T1, T2, T3. So we will see these instructions. With this, no confliction. Then with this, no confliction. And here confliction occurs. So we will draw edge from T1 to T2.
T3. Sir, T3.
Sorry. T1 to T3. Okay. Now we will see this. Okay. Here confliction. So we will draw T3 to
T3. T1.
T1. Then again no confliction. Again we will see from this to this. So confliction we will draw edge from T1 to T2. Then we will see this with this. Then confliction and we will draw edge from T1 to T3 and already exist. Then
Yes,
here
sir.
we will see this is
Conflict.
conflict. Here conflict occurs. Then we will draw edge from T2 to T3.
T3.
Then there is two cycle. One cycle is T1 to T3 and T3 to T1. And another cycle is T1 to T2, T2 to T3 and T3 to T1. If one cycle exists, then you can say that this is not conflict serializable. Did you get it?
Yes,
Mileni, how many cycles in this graph? First cycle
sir. वो
is
2 ही है.
T1 to T2, then T2 to T3 and T3 to T1. Then T1 to T3 and T3 to T1. There are two cycles in this precedence graph. So S2 is not conflict serializable. S2 is not conflict serializable. Okay. Now solve this question. And let me know whether this schedule is conflict serializable or not. This is the schedule number 3. Here then R2 of Z. After that we will execute R1Z. Then we will execute R3X. Then R3Y. Then W3Y. And then R2Y. And then W2Z. Again W2Y. Now please let me know whether non-serial schedule S3 is conflict serializable or not. R1X means T1 transactions is performing read operations on X. R2 of Z means T2 transactions performing read operations on Z. Okay. Now draw precedence graph and see whether cycle is present in the graph or not. If cycle present, then it is not conflict serializable, and if no cycle, then it is conflict serializable. Now solve this question and let me know whether this schedule S3 is conflict serializable or not. Are you doing this question? Hello.
Yes, sir.
So without converting this schedule in tabular form, we can see instructions from left to right. In tabular form, we will see from top to bottom, but in this format, we will see from left to right. So how many nodes in this
Sir,
precedence graph? Hello.
3.
T1, T2, T3. Okay. What are you saying, Mileni?
सर 1 साइकिल बन रही है T1 T2 की.
One cycle बन रही है.
Yes, sir.
देखते हैं. See here. First we will see this instructions with all instructions. No cycle. Then we will see this and this. No cycle because both are executing accessing different data item. Then we will see this with this. Here both are accessing same data item, but both are performing read, so no confliction. Again we will see this with this. Here different data item, no confliction. In this case, no confliction. Again, in this case, no confliction. In this case, no confliction. And in this case, no confliction because both transactions are executing different data items. Then we will see this with all the instructions. For this, no confliction. For this, no confliction. For this, no confliction. For this, no confliction. Again for this, no confliction. But for this, within the transaction, then no confliction. Why? T2 is performing read operations and T2 is performing write operations. So within the transaction, no confliction. And for this, no confliction. Then we will see this instruction with all. Here, no confliction. In this case, no confliction. In this case, no confliction. In this case, no confliction. And what about in this? Now confliction occurs. Why? Because transactions T1 perform read operations on Z before T2 performs write operations over. So confliction occurs and we will draw edge from 1 to 2. Did you get it?
Yes, sir.
Then see this, no confliction. Now we will see this with all the transactions, all the instructions. Here no, here no confliction. In this case no, in this case no, in this case no, different data item. Then we will check this. What about this? Both are in transaction number 3, no confliction. R3 and W3. And what about this? Both performing read operations on same data item, no confliction. In this case, different data item, no confliction. In this case, confliction occurs. And transaction 3 performs read operations on Y before transaction 2 perform write operations on I. So edge from T3 to T2. Did you get it? Hello?
Yes, sir.
Then we will check. Please let write operations on Y and transactions to perform read operations. So different transactions. First condition, there should be different transactions and both are accessing same data item and one of them is write. तो ये क्या हो जाएगा? T3 to T2 already exist. Then there is no need to draw the edge again. Then what about this? Different data item, no confliction. What about this? Here different transactions. Here transactions 3 and here transactions 2. Same data item and perform write operations. Then there should be edge from T3 to T2 and already exist. Then there is no need to represent that edge again. Then we will check this. Different data item, no confliction. Here within the same transactions read and write, no confliction. Why? Because T2 transactions perform read operations on Y and T2 transactions perform write operations on Y. Then no confliction. And here different data item, no confliction. So there is no cycle. Mileni? Hello?
सर ये वाला जो आप क्वेश्चन करा रहे हो यही वाला तो करवा रहे हो जो इसमें डेली क्विज में लिखा हुआ है?
I am solving this question. I don't know whether this question is in daily quiz or not. See this schedule.
सर ये
And see this schedule, please. See this schedule, and this is the precedence graph of this schedule. Okay. Now there is no cycle in this schedule, in this graph. So S3 is conflict serializable. S3 is conflict serializable. Okay. And equivalent serial schedule. Please let me know equivalent serial schedule. Hello. Please let me know equivalent serial schedule. Through this graph, there will be two serial schedule. One T1, T3, T2 and another one T3, T1, T2. Why? There is no dependency between T1 and 3. Any one we can execute first. Did you get it? Hello?
Yes, sir.
There is dependency between T1 and T2, and T3 and T2. There is no dependency between T1 and T3. In any order we can execute. Either execute T1 first or execute T3 first. Then there is two serial schedule. Okay. And as you all know, this non-serial schedule is equivalent to this two serial schedule, which gives the same result. Why? Because there is no confliction and we are maintaining the order of the confliction in the serial schedule. Okay. So no cycle, then S3 is conflict serializable. Is there any doubt?
No,
Mileni.
sir. No, sir.
Now solve that daily questions, whatever in this. Okay.
वो कर लिया सॉल्व, गलती से वो वाला पहले कर लिया.
No issue. Now whatever questions in this slide, please solve. Okay, in next lecture I will solve some more question related to conflict serializable. And this is very easy if you understand the concept. Within the 40 seconds, 30 seconds, 1 minute, you can find out whether the given schedule is conflict serializable or not. Time is over. Let me download the attendance, then you may leave the class.